I'ma leave you down up on the streets, hit you with the heat, hit you with the heat.
Alright, well hello everyone and welcome to another episode of The Launchpad. My name is Grant and today I'm here with Diskull. How you doing, man?
What's up, boss? I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I just got my ears pierced like 5 minutes ago here. So I just noticed you got the little ear piercing too.
Yeah, I got the Michael Jordan going on,
So this is your first time out here in Arizona, man. How are you feeling being out on the West Coast right now? Because you're from Charlotte, right?
Yeah, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. Man, I'm a little dried out right now, to be honest. We got all that humidity out there.
Yeah.
It is quite dry out here, so I'm making sure to drink my Aquafina.
Oh, yeah. Promotion
stay
right
there.
Hydrated. I love that, man. So your first time playing out in Arizona. The venue that you're about to play at right now, Walter Wherehouse, very, very cool venue. One of our personal favorites out here. We were talking a little bit beforehand off camera, like some of your most memorable shows that you've played in the past.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've been like doing this for quite a while. I kind of want you to like talk about a little bit about some of your most memorable shows that you've played in the past year.
Yeah, I mean, in the past year, I'd have to say probably New Year's Eve with Chris Lorenzo and Makati. Black Box, House Vibration show, which is like a really big underground party that started during the quarantine, and then Sugar Society, which is a local big promoter, picked them up, and they've been throwing some really big shows with some really big heavy hitters.
Nice.
Chris Lorenzo went back to back with my homie Dami, and it was just so much fun. I mean, we sold it out.
Yeah.
Definitely like one of my most memorable shows of the past year.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that sounds like an awesome show. Great way to bring in New Year's Eve there. I know you got some upcoming shows and festivals coming out. You want to talk a little bit about those? What you're excited for on the horizon here?
Yeah, so I've got Chicago coming up next month. My first time playing in Chicago. Yeah. So, it's just always good as like a kid from the South to be like branching out towards the West. Playing here for my first time. I played in Las Vegas a few times now. Now I got Chicago, which is obviously home of house. Somewhere I've been really trying to break into for a long time. So, other than that, I got some festivals coming up.
Nice.
Back home in the Carolinas, which I'm really proud of the Carolinas for putting on some big shows. We got High Tide.
Nice.
We got like Duke Dumont and like Disco Lines.
Ooh,
So some really big names on that show down in Charleston. Then we got Wub and Dub. I got that's first actually. Really like it's actually like super DIY festival. That it's like more of a bass festival that they also do like some house. They do a house stage for called the Tree House.
Nice.
They've got like Bexy and I think like Dipsy. Let's see who else. Mary Droppins is gonna be on the dude. Like it's they got some. It's a nice like small. It's a smaller festival, but like. They're doing it right. And so I played last year, and they're bringing me back this year. I was really impressed last year as a first-year festival, with just the limited resources they had, what they were able to do. So we'll see how they do this year.
Let me ask this. If you could go back-to-back with any artist, who would it be?
Oh, man. Right now, I think it would be really fun to go back with John Summit. I'm not going to lie.
I feel like
it's just kind of like, I think, like, historically, like, overall in general, probably, like, Justin Martin, but I think that's just because I love his music so much. Like John Summit would just be fun to go back to back with. Like, let's be real.
Honestly, who are like some of the artists you look to for inspiration right now?
So like I think some of the people that are like really changing the game for me right now. I don't know. I think like Don Bresky, like I love like Armin van Helden even. Like he's an older like these like kind of guys are doing like disco stuff, but like making it modern. And obviously like Don Bresky's newer, Armin van Helden is classic OG, but like even the way that like Armin is putting out his new stuff is just like insane. That's like kind of like I know I make a little bit more maybe like energetic, heavy stuff like high energy. But like that's like my favorite stuff to listen to, like disco-y, like but like vibey, pumpy
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I like that, man. Let's bring it back several years back. Tell me about like when you first started getting into the scene. Like, what got you into music? What got you into EDM, house music? What made you want to pursue this as like a passion of yours?
Yeah, man. So I've always done music. I used to be in like the choir in church.
Yeah.
Whenever I got into like middle school, I was like a part of the media team. I started like making
Nice.
beats on GarageBand
Yeah.
and stuff. Really shitty beats. I started rapping.
Yeah.
I've
You're a
always-
rapper?
Yeah, like my dad's a singer and stuff.
Okay.
So, you know, I was always like kind of like more into that like vocal part of making music. Started rapping. Got in touch with this local band called Technicolor Void, and they were looking for a rapper. So started making music with them. You know, after a while, the band kind of fell apart. But me and my boy, like the other main singer, Will, started DJing together. We were DJing like party buses and like we were
Nice.
DJing,
Okay.
we were DJing
Yeah,
like Senior Frogs back in Myrtle Beach and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I started picking up DJing like back in high school. Went to college. Was still kind of doing rap, and I like got to college. I was like, nobody's gonna like book me to come to their bar and pay me to come rap at their bar, but they will do that to like for DJing.
Oh yeah.
So started getting heavy into DJ. This is like 2012 when like trap and dub were like peaking, honestly. Like Skrillex and like all those guys were.
Definitely the time for that.
Flashadamus, like trap was like the shit.
Yeah.
So I started getting really into that stuff. Playing a lot of college bars, open format. It was like my junior year when I really started like finding my sound. I think whenever I found like Chami and like AC Slater, honestly, like some of these, I know they're like bigger names, but like those are the guys that like pulled me into house.
Yeah.
And I started like thinking like, you know, I don't want to DJ dubstep and trap forever. Like it's just, I don't want to like bang my head forever. Like I want to groove, you know?
Yeah.
So like
feels right to you at the end of the day. Yeah.
no, like no, I still go like I love like I love bass, I love drum and bass, I love all kinds of genres.
Do you like mix that into your sets a decent amount?
Oh yeah, drum and bass,
course,
and like sometimes like dude, I'll surprise people all the time. But
especially when you do it.
But yeah, like I was just like at the time I was just like, what do I want to play for the rest of my life? Like if I had to choose one thing, it was like you know kind of like bassy, housey, like but like. The ability, that's why I like house. You have the ability to go from and flow easily from like beautiful melodic shit to heavier like techie shit or bass housey shit. So that's kind of how I got into all this.
Dude, talk to me about how you started like producing and making your own music. I know we were talking off camera before this, like the first track you put out. Yeah, kind of a funny story behind that there.
So which track was that?
The ice cream track.
Well, so I didn't produce that track. I was just rapping on it.
Oh, you're okay.
So
okay,
that was back with Technicolor Void. But that's like whenever I was rapping, this is like kind of how my production started. I was rapping and not in Technicolor Void, but with whenever I was doing my solo rapping, I had a producer. And he is my boy. Shout out, Kaki. I love you, man. But you never showed me how to produce. And I always asked you, like, what's going on behind the scenes? And it always felt like I would like look at the laptop and he would like kind of like turn it away from me. You know what I mean?
I can't
so it was just kind of like that was like that like always like weighed on me. And I was I want to learn how to make my own shit.
Yeah.
So like whenever I got to college and I started DJing. And I just, you know, I learned more about, phrasing and just like keys and stuff like that. This is more I wanted to learn about producing. And the more I DJ, the more I was like, well, producing is going to take me to that next step. And I also just wanted to play my own shit. Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of like how it started. My first beats were in college. I was making trap and dubstep. And I think some of that shit. I look back on my stories from back in like my memories on Facebook and shit. I'm like, that shit's kind of hard. But I would play it in the college bars and shit, and it would sound like ass. So, anyways, whenever I started making house, shit started coming together way easy. It just started clicking for me. Everything sounded better. It just came more naturally. So that's why I just kept going with the house realm.
That's dope, man. That's like awesome to always see like artists that kind of start in like one realm or one genre or something and then kind of transition into something else. How do you feel like your music has evolved over time, especially like in the last couple of years? And like where do you see it like going moving forward kind of thing?
Yeah, it's crazy because like you see different trends. You see like, like back in 2017, 2018, it was like the bass house, and then like started getting like tech house, like Dirty Bird was like a big thing, and then now you have like minimal. You got like Michael Baby and like all these guys, like that's the sound now, right? I just try to like stick to what I love, like what makes my heart sing, honestly, and that's just kind of like crunchy beats that are like on the edge of like tech house and bass house. Like I like some of the elements of bass house, and like I said, I come from a dubstep, trap background. So like I love some of that stuff, but like on the more minimal, like as long as it's like funky, bass line driven, some nice just like crisp perks and like drums, maybe like a hip hop vocal or a funky vocal that people can like really grasp onto. Like that's the shit that I fuck with. And I mean, like at the end of the day, like you just make what makes your heart sing. Yeah. I don't know. I can't like I love listening to that minimal stuff. What like everybody's on now, but I'm not gonna lie, like I probably wouldn't make it well. So I just don't. I don't really like try to force that.
Do you have like a track that you're most proud of, or do you love them all equally?
Yeah,
like
I mean honestly, Acrobatic, the
remix to Acrobatic,
the side piece, because that just like is what took me to the next level.
Yeah, see, like that's
being able to play EDC was really big for me, and just making that connection. So now I got a good connection with the Insomniac guys.
Yeah, tell me that experience, man. Playing EDC, obviously a dream come true for a ton of people right there. Walk me through that experience, like what you were feeling going into it, like how it was actually playing at the festival itself, how you felt afterwards, all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's crazy because I played like a really, I'm not going to name the festival, but I played a really shoddy festival earlier that year. Yeah. And they didn't treat me well at all. And it was like I think it was like one of the first festivals I ever played. And I was really excited about it. It really bummed me out. So like, when I won the EDC Discovery Project, they like flew me out there. Yeah. They like put me up in a hotel. Like, excuse me. They like had like shuttles and stuff for me. Like I felt like I was treated like gold, right?
Like royalty at that point.
It was and it was completely different. Yeah. Like they like, had it like artist liaison, like walk me up to the art car I was playing, introduced me to all the guys, they were all mad cool. Like we became friends throughout the weekend. I kept like coming back up to the art car, like, what's up, y'all? I can see me, you know what I mean? So it was like super cool. Like it was totally different. Yeah. And the fact that like it's such a big festival and they're able to do that for each and every artist, I mean, it kind of makes sense that they're like they have the resources to do that. Yeah. But I'm talking about like the relationship part, like the fact that like those guys like still hit me up for music. They talked to me that night. They're like, hey, this isn't like a one-time thing. Like we want to help grow you.
Like they have a genuine interest in you.
Exactly.
And your
So that meant like the world to me.
That's awesome, man. Give me 3 festivals that you haven't played yet that you want to play that are on the bucket list for you.
All right. Tomorrowland.
Okay, yes.
I went to Tomorrow World all 3 years, so until they got kicked out of America, I guess, or whatever. I don't know what happened, but anyways, Tomorrowland would be amazing. I want to say I'm gonna shout out Arc.
Okay, that's a go out in Chicago. Yeah.
Shout out Arc. I don't know. Let's go ADE.
ADE, okay.
Amsterdam.
Ooh,
that would be big. Like if you go to Amsterdam, you're like you're pretty damn big, right?
Yeah, at that point.
It's like Tomorrowland, ADE.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, I had to throw one American Fest in there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to space out. I feel like that's a good mix of festivals right there.
I'm trying to travel, y'all.
Yeah, dude, traveling's so much fun. I'm real big on travel.
I just got my passport. Let's go.
Oh, you just got the passport. All right, perfect, man. Let's get you out to Diskull on Tomorrowland 2023 here, or I guess 2024, because I guess they're probably booking up people for this one. But let's talk about what you got coming up here, man. Yeah, I know you got a couple of releases coming out. Yeah, I want to hear a little bit more about your label that you're repping on the hat here. Talk to me about that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So I've got a release coming up, I think in the next month or two on Ghetto Blaster's label, Aliens on Mushrooms.
Okay,
with my girl Dami.
Nice, okay.
And I'm really excited about that. It's their new label.
Yeah.
That they're really pushing hard. So that it's a dope record. The only Latin vocal record that I have, and probably that I'll ever do. But Dami is she's Latina, so she's holding up that end of it for me. But no, it's a sick record. And then after that, I think I might be putting out something on my own label. I'm not too sure yet. And then me and Basura Boys have a collab that I think is coming out in July on Insomniac. It's not completely confirmed. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but
okay.
but I'm gonna we can cut this shit out, right? And I'm just kidding. No, I think it's fine. I think they're gonna take it, right, y'all? And then anyways, so yeah, they wanted that, and then I think the month after I have an EP in September coming out on Insomniac's in rotation, which is gonna be very big for me. And then so other than that, I've got some other collabs in the works. I've got a collab with Nico the Kid.
Nice.
Cashew is another guy that I'm collabing with. So yeah, we got some cool stuff in the works.
Dude, yeah, a lot of awesome stuff coming up. That's sick, dude. Yeah, it's it sounds like you got a lot of like really cool like collabs working with other people. What's that like working with other producers? Like how does that process look for you?
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of times it's like, hey, I like your sound.
Yeah.
I have this record that like I've kind of got stuck on.
Yeah.
Or like I think you would fit really well on, or you would complement.
Yeah.
The record like with your sound. So like you send them the whip that you have. Sometimes they're like, this is dog shit, go fuck yourself. Or other times they're like, no, this is. And no, most of the time they're like, no, this is cool. Like I'm down to work on it. Yeah. But the thing is like we all have. We all
so
overcommit. I think to collabs.
Like everybody says yes.
Like I have like probably 3 or 4 collabs that like I really want to put out, but it's just like we just for some reason the communication falls out or like you just
other stuff comes up too. Like,
or it just doesn't sound like neither of you are like that sold like invested in the sound that like you made. And like you both know that you could do better. So like that sometimes it works like that and you like come back, you revisit it, and sometimes you just like scrap the idea and like make something completely different, and then it works. So it's like it's always different. I think everybody's different. That's the beautiful thing about collabing with people, and that's why I like collabing with people is, I come from that like rapper mindset, like studio mindset where you're in the studio with like 3 or 4 other people and you're like bouncing ideas off of each other. So, I love working with other people.
That's dope, man. Talk to me about like this next year. Like what's like the biggest goal for you in the next year here?
Yeah, I really want to play LA and New York. I think
that the would next be, 2 big spots.
And I really want to get on a big agency. I think that's the next big move.
Yeah.
I don't think it completely defines you, but it definitely helps you.
Helps for sure, absolutely.
In the festival circuit and in the club circuit. Especially for me being somebody from the South, like that still lives there.
Yeah.
It's just tough to get in that circuit without having like really, really big songs.
We're going back. One topic real quick. If you could collab with any artist, who would it be?
Probably Green Velvet.
Ooh, okay. That's a good
Claude
answer right there.
Claude Von Stroke, Green Velvet. I feel like if you get a collab with either one of those guys,
oh my gosh,
you're set for life.
Oh, for real, absolutely, man. That's hype, dude. Who were like the big people when you first got into house music and all that? Who kind of inspired you early on? Claude Von Stroke? Okay.
Claude, like Dirty Bird was. That's why like I started my label. Like, and I know it kind of sounds like Dirty Bird. But I swear to God, I didn't sound like. I swear to God, I didn't make it like this. It's just it comes off of the name Diskull.
Yeah.
But Dirty Bird. Like I started going to their shows. The label, like the way that like they all operated with like the family like aspect, like all the people in the crowd were so like invested in like the culture of Dirty Bird, and like everybody like it's like kind of like friendship, or like I don't know if you guys know friendship, but like everybody has like little knickknacks to like give out, like little like trinkets and shit, and like everybody's like a family almost. That like the family aspect was like where it really sold me on that sound and like their crew. But like that, like going to Dirty Bird festivals, it definitely changed my life. Met some of my best friends.
What's like the most like I don't want to say life changing because that feels like a really a big word to put on something, but like most like memorable kind of experience in that realm that you've had like in the past, like, you know, time that you've been producing and DJing here.
Let's see. Memorable as far as like life-changing set I've seen, or like,
Oh, let's go with that. Yeah.
That's hard, man. I've seen so many fucking good sets.
We can come back to it too if you
Yeah,
want to take
that's
some time to
tough.
think on it.
Yeah.
Let's take some time to think on that, because I want to ask a little bit more about your label too. I want to hear like how that got started, like how you kind of keep that stuff going, and kind of what you envision for the label moving forward here.
For sure. Yeah, so for Groovy Bone, like we've been doing really good. Like we really started popping off during the pandemic.
Yeah.
When nobody was releasing anything, honestly. I took that as a time to like, I was like, I'm gonna like
Really
put
start
on all of
developing
these
that,
like local guys, regional guys in the Carolinas, and that's why I started Groovy Bone in the first place.
Yeah.
I was getting like a lot of shit sent to me from local people that like, you know, big labels would never take a chance on, or never even listen to, or never give feedback on. And I'm like, dude, these tracks are fire.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So like,
Sometimes
why
some of the
not?
best tracks come
and
from
there was
that.
no labels in our area, so
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Like, and a lot of people say like, you know, wait till you get big to start a label, and it's like, I was like,
Not necessarily true. Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody's different. Like there's
Yeah.
different routes for everybody, and
Exactly.
I just felt like I was filling a void. So that's what I did, and I think it's been like one of the most rewarding experiences for me. Yeah, like during the pandemic, we went number one like on our first big
Damn,
compilation, and it was huge. And we've gone number one in like several releases. Like I think like all of our compilations we've hit like top 10, and you know what I mean. And that's pretty big, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. And even like some of our like singles, we've charted. Like singles are a lot harder to chart in than your releases
Yeah.
for some reason. Don't ask me how. I don't know how it works in Beatport, but yeah. So it's been really fun. Like so for like, you know, future plans for Groovy Bone, we've got another compilation coming out. My
Okay.
boy Cheechmo.
Okay.
Shout out Cheechmo, Las Vegas, soon to be LA fam, I believe.
Nice. Okay.
Has an EP coming out, and yeah, I'll probably put out some music on my own label. You know what I mean? That's the best thing about having your own label is,
Yeah.
you know, when nobody else believes in your tracks, you can always put out your own shit.
Exactly. Yeah. Dude, you've had a lot of success coming your way in the last several years here, but what are you most proud of?
I think I'm just most proud of like I said, like getting out west, man.
Yeah.
It's been like the longest process. But I feel like I've done it all organically. Really, really glad to be here tonight in Phoenix. I think like that whole thing with Matt was like really special to me because I like saw one of my friends, Prappa, release a track with him. He got to play out here, and I was like, this is a young label. They look like they're doing shit right. I'm gonna reach out to them and be like, hey, like, yo, like I know you're doing like SoundCloud edits, but like let's get you like I'll give you an OG like original track you can put on Beatport.
Okay.
So like I think like I was pretty much the reason that he got it approved for Beatport. You know, he had to like register with Beatport and all that.
Okay.
So, you know, that's all pretty cool. Like we're all working together, man. And you know, I was like, you know, maybe he'll bring me out to Phoenix. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it happened, and he wants to keep bringing me out here. So
that's dope,
I
man.
think that's like the coolest part is like building real relationships. I've heard really good things about him. So, you know, getting in touch with like these people while they're, you know, doing something cool at a lower level.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like, you know, just building up together.
Yeah.
It's the most fun, rewarding experience for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, we're happy you're out here. We're happy.
Yeah.
We're excited to see your set tonight. What big piece of advice would you give to somebody kind of just starting off, trying to find their footing in the music industry?
Yeah, well, like, you know, decide what you want to do. I mean, if you want to, I mean, I think like the biggest thing that people overlook, like everybody wants to be a DJ, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to be a DJ, and that's cool. Like I think everybody should learn how to DJ because, like, if you're going to be a tour manager or something like that, you never know when you're going to be able to, like, you're going to have to step in and, like, fucking play a tune. But there's so many other things that you can do in this industry that we really need. Like, we really need agents. We really need tour managers. We really need stage managers. We really need production. We, like, really need marketing and graphic designers and, like, all, like, there's so many people. So many hands that go into it that like I think people they're just like, oh, like I want to be noticed and like I want to like DJ and that's cool. Like I think everybody should be like everybody is a DJ. If you have a fucking iPhone in your pocket, you are a DJ. But no, I like if you really want to take it seriously. In the music aspect, I would say just start producing as early as possible. Learn from other people, find some. Some people that you could learn from. I can't remember the word for that right now. Tutor, what is it?
Some mentor.
Mentor, that would be the word.
Like a coach. Or...
Yeah. So, I mean, I still learn to this day. Like I mentioned, my buddy Propo, like I still watch his tutorial. I watch his tutorial. I watch West End's tutorials. I watch, like I still learn to this day. I'm not, like, perfect. I don't think my process is perfect. I just, try really, really hard.
Nice, man. One thing we're real big here at Moon Landing, we're real big on gratitude. We're real big on just, being thankful and grateful for all the little blessings we have in life.
Definitely.
What's like something in music and then something outside of music that you're really grateful for?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's both. It just comes down to people.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the people around me in music that believe in me. For the longest time, like back home in Myrtle Beach, like nobody believed in me. So whenever I moved to Charlotte and just to have like even like a small group of people believe in me, it meant the world to me. It did so much for my confidence. So like find your people. If you have to move from your city to get to people like that, do it. I have to say the same thing like internally, like family. Like family's never gonna most families never gonna leave you. I know that like everybody's got like different family issues and stuff, but like whatever you can do to keep your family in your life, as long as they're healthy for you, do that. Because I'm very lucky. I have some very good family. I have a dysfunctional family, but
I think
they all love me, and we all love each other still. So as long as you can keep that that love, I think that's all that matters.
That's awesome, man. That's a beautiful message. You're the first guy from Charlotte that I've talked to on our launch pad here. So I gotta ask, give me a couple names out there in Charlotte that you should put us on to out here.
Yeah, obviously Dami, the homie, the queen. Let's see, James Weiler is popping off right now. James Weiler, minimal guy.
Okay.
Really, really proud of him. And then I'm gonna shout out some guys on the label. C-Merc. C-Merc is the man.
How do you spell that?
SEEMERC.
Okay.
Let's go. Whoa. It was Wyatt Taylor, and I changed his name. He moved up to Boston, but that's the homie. But yeah, these are all like I'm gonna say Brook Legends. Brook Legends, obviously OG. We're trying to get Johnny Cupcake, who is House Vibrations himself, to start producing some music, but I'm going to shout him out as well because he has a lot to do with our scene.
Nice. All right. Hell yeah. Lots of good names to be put onto there, man.
Defo.
Anything else you want to like shout out or talk about before we wrap things up here?
Hey, man. Charlotte, I love y'all. North Carolina, South Carolina, stand the fuck up. We out here for y'all. We're doing this for y'all. Love y'all.
Hell yeah, man. All right, well, we appreciate you taking the time with us to chat, dude. It was a great convo.
Much love.
Good conversation. We appreciate that. For those of y'all still listening, thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Launchpad. My name's Grant. This is Diskull.